Hey everyone, happy Turtle Tuesday. I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today I am reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie Ultimate Casey Jones figure, which is available right now exclusively at Walmart stores from NECA Toys. I would like to thank NECA for providing him for review. Greatly appreciate that. As you can see, on the cover here is the mask, which is beautifully done. Very nice artwork there. Below that, you have the Ninja Turtles movie logo, and you have the name of the figure, Ultimate Casey Jones, below that. On the side, you have a couple of images as well as some logos on there, including the unmasked head sculpt, which is available in this release. So they did it. They got the unmasked head sculpt. Yay! So we're going to take a closer look at that. And the other side, there's another image of him. And of course, the back, you have more images, including of the unmasked head sculpt. You have a brief description there and a look at the four turtles below that. On the top of the box, you have a couple of logos, Nickelodeon, Turtles, and NECA. And of course, the bottom of the box, you have the names of all the great people at NECA Toys responsible for bringing this figure together. Opening the window box with an opening flap on here. This doesn't open more than this. This is basically the best I can do without damaging the opening flap here. There's a look at Casey Jones. You got another image of the figure right there. And of course, you have a look right here of Casey Jones, as well as all of his accessories that are included. Here's a closer look at the plastic tray, as well as all of his accessories. You even see the unmasked head sculpt right there, and the mask that goes over the unmasked head sculpt, well as all of his interchangeable hands, the hockey stick, baseball bat, and various other accessories that were also previously offered in 2020. So we're going to take a closer look at all this. Here's an in-hand look at Casey Jones. As you can see, the screen likeness to how he appeared in the film, it's just phenomenal. The sculpted details on the outfit, the paint deco, the washes, really a stellar job. I particularly like how the vest and the white shirt came out. They really went all out on that. The light gray pants, very nicely done. They even went ahead and added metallic black deco to the sneakers, which looks great, just as we've seen with the 2020 release. This head sculpt is also the same as previously offered, and it continues to be a great head sculpt. On this head, the mask is not removable, just like last year's release, but I'm going to show you guys the unmasked head sculpt, and there's also a mask that comes with it, which can be placed over the head, which is very cool. So before we take a look at the unmasked head sculpt and the accessories, I really want to move into the comparison between these two releases. On the left is the 2020 release that came with the Raphael in Disguise as a 2-pack, and on the right is this new release for 2021. The primary difference between these two figures is the elbow. On the 2020 release, you see he has double jointed for full range of movement on the elbows. He can really pose that out very nicely. But visually, it does sacrifice the look of the figure a little bit, as it really doesn't look natural. You see how those two joints there. The 2021 release, visually it looks better, but again, you lose that double jointed elbow. But I'm okay with it because, again, visually it looks a lot better. So there's your comparison there. The 2021 release is definitely an improvement, in my opinion, compared to last year's release. All the deco, the paint washes and everything is exactly the same. So don't expect any difference there. Again, the only difference is the elbow joint. And of course, the unmasked head sculpt accessory-wise, but the sculpt itself It's just that one difference. So here's a closer look at that elbow joint. I know you guys like to take up close looks and stuff like that. So you see how it's double jointed on last year's release, and the new release doesn't have that. Again, visually it looks much better, and I prefer the 2021 release. Here's a look at that unmasked head sculpt featuring the likeness of actor Elias Koteas. Yes, NECA was actually able to get that likeness, which is why we have a new figure here with the brand new head sculpt. The facial scan, the facial details and everything looks great. It's a really great likeness, and popping off the heads is very easy. The paint deco and everything on the head, very nicely done. And there's also a little bit of wash on the hair, which you see there. Here's a closer look at that facial likeness. Again, it's a really great likeness, and I, for one, am very happy to have this updated figure offered in this line. It's really a great line, and I couldn't be happier with it. Here's a look at the mask that's also included. I also want to state a little update. It doesn't actually fit over his head, as I had originally thought. The straps on the back don't work like that. They pretty much just stay in that position. Best case scenario, he can hold it, which you see there. And I also put the masked head sculpt on the bottom there, so you guys can see that just as a comparison. Here's a closer look at it. And I want to show you guys the back of this as well. As I said, the straps can't be moved. They pretty much just stay in that position. So pretty much he can just hold it for display purposes. The unmasked head sculpt, really a great likeness, really loving what I'm seeing. Casey Jones includes the golf bag that he previously came with, as well as all of the accessories, with the addition of the new hockey mask, which you see hanging off the hockey stick there. Turning them around, the accessories can all fit in there very well. You can rearrange it to your delight, however you want to position it. I positioned it this way, just because I wanted the hockey mask to stick out the back there. The unmasked head sculpt, again, looks really good, and they did a phenomenal job on it. Casey Jones also includes the Goalie hockey stick, which he also came with last year in 2020. This accessory, just like the others, features great attention to detail, especially on the paint apps. Where you see the bandages, there's a nice wash on there. It's very nicely done. It can fit in any one of the open grip hands. He comes with a number of them, but in this case, he's holding onto the handle. And again, they really did a nice job on it. Casey Jones also includes the same golf club that he previously came with. This is a great accessory, however, it's a bit fragile, so just be aware of that. It's painted in metallic black on the handle as well as the club on the end there, and on the center of it, it's painted in metallic silver. Here's another look at the golf club. As you can see on the bottom side of the club, that has the metallic silver deco as well, just like a real golf club. So they made it accurate and it looks great. This paddle is also included, and just like the last release, it's still a great accessory. They definitely did a nice job sculpting and painting it. You see all that great attention to detail here. That makes it look like wood, and you see the bandage wrapped around it. There's a look at the back of it. And you even see how it's curved a little bit, which is pretty neat. Casey Jones also comes with this hockey stick. It's painted to look like wood, and there's a lot of great sculpted details to it, including the hockey tape, which looks like it's individually wrapped, just like a real hockey stick. So they definitely did a great job sculpting and painting that. Lastly, as far as accessories, he comes with two bats that are both wrapped in the black tape. The bats are also sculpted and painted to look like wood. These feature great likenesses, and just like the rest of the accessories, these are very nicely done. Loving how they did this. And he's got a really good grip on the open grip hands there. Casey Jones can also hold the bat with two hands as shown, And here's a comparison with Raphael in Disguise, which was offered with Casey Jones that came with the unmasked head sculpt last year in 2020. Here we have a look at all of Casey Jones' interchangeable weapons, his interchangeable hands, his interchangeable head sculpt, his unmasked head, as well as the mask. And of course you have the golf bag, which is standing up there right next to him. There's definitely a great amount of accessories here, just as we've seen with 2020. Again, what is new is the unmasked head sculpt, which you see on him right now. You also get the updated articulation in the elbows, as well as the mask, which you see there. And just to give you guys a closer look, here's a better look at all the accessories. One last hand sculpt that I haven't shown you yet is this interchangeable hand for his right hand there. And that has his finger pointing up as shown, and it's a great hand sculpt. Here's a comparison along with the classic cartoon version of Casey Jones, which is masked. In the cartoon, Casey Jones was always masked, so you never got to see his face. This is actually the first time, I think, from any company that we've ever gotten an unmasked Casey Jones figure. So getting them now is really a gift come true. And again, they really did a phenomenal job with them. One last comparison. Here's a look at Casey Jones along with Raphael in Disguise, as well as Splinter and Leonardo from the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Overall, I couldn't be happier with Casey Jones. He's a phenomenal figure. The head sculpt's extremely well likeness to the actor. Loving the accessories, the upgraded articulation, everything. This is all positives about the figure. He is available right now at Walmart stores, so go out there and get him. Stay safe, wear a mask, and keep asking employees when they plan to be a restock. I will let you know if there will be any updates as far as availability of this figure at the NECA store, so check out toyhypeusa.com on a daily basis, and I will make sure to update once NECA shares an update about availability and things like that. Thank you again to NECA for providing him for review. Greatly appreciate that. And also, thank you so much for watching. Please check out the photo gallery and written portion of this review on toyhypeusa.com. Thanks again, and stay tuned for more coverage.